You're listening to the March 21st, 2021 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
What ho, chaps? How's things in your neck of the woods?
Greetings, Blossom, and to each one that resides upon the earth plane. Whether they know of us or not, our love still reaches out to them.
I'm sure it does. A question by many is, where does the land lie regarding the announcement? Is there still to be one?
Indeed, for the changes that are to take place of great magnitude pivot around this, in that when such a matter is brought into the open, it's the big game changer.
So, such a matter meaning one thing only?
Yes.
It's got to be huge, and one, I presume, that no one has yet heard about or uncovered.
Initially, there shall be an awakening that occurs by many of the sleeping ones. Not all, for there shall be those who prefer to ignore that which is divulged, due to not being able to access the reality of what is, and what is to follow on from it. You understand, it cannot be revealed by us. That would not be at all fitting.
I understand this, yet would you be able to tell us if it's something that those who go down rabbit holes may be already aware of?
No.
Far out. What on earth can it be? For even I, bobbing my cottontail down quite a few warrens now, wonder how much deeper things can go.
Oh, a lot more, Blossom.
And you did reveal a while back that it would be announced by a surprise guest, or similar wording.
This is so. This is to be.
Will the guest be the shock, or what the guest has to say?
A combination of the two.
Will the waiting for it go on much longer? I know dates are a no-no for us both, yet has it been deterred for years, months, days?
It has been deterred due to unexpected setbacks, which again cannot be given to you. However, each day brings you closer.
Well, whichever way you look at it, that's a cert. The energies of souls down here are depleting for so many. The waiting, the guessing, the uncertainties of everything. We're doing our best, yet some days the heart has a sinking feeling all day.
Then say the mantra more often on such days. It will bring you out of it. It will see you through these times now and forever.
I feel all I could say I've already said somewhere along the line, and would loathe to bore. How about the monoliths? What's happening with them?
They are all in place.
Wow, that was unexpected.
This does not mean that they are ready for action just yet, although it is necessary for them to route themselves through the Earth's magnetic field and solidify their structures. Through this method, they are able to then connect with each other, would we say underground, within pathways of connection, which in turn allow them to connect and communicate with each other, in preparation for what they are set.
Set?
Yes, Blossom.
To go off?
In a manner of speaking.
Can you elaborate? Are they anything to do with the announcement, for instance?
In a roundabout fashion. For there are to be a series of events that are to take place. Yet it is necessary for their order to be in precise calculation. Imagine a device that one invents for fun. It is triggered, and perhaps a ball rolls down tubes and, in turn, knocks something deliberately placed in its pathway, which, in turn, allows something else, some other movement to begin, etc. Are we being clear?
Yes, I get what you mean. So is the announcement the trigger?
Yes. Yet we would state that each movement has necessary gaps in between. It has to be this way, and you will understand why as they fall into place.
To be honest, just to get that ball rolling will be enough for most of us.
And it will blossom. It will. The strongest of the strong does not just mean in ways of shining one's light. One has to be strong in all aspects of this game, including patience.
I know, yet many feel their patience has almost run out. Nothing to be done about that.
Yes, there is. Keep building up your strength in truth and light and determination and wisdom and trust and purpose and. Do you see, dearest ones? We feel you do, yet perhaps are tiring. Now, whilst you feel there is nothing to be done, is the time when everything can be done, in ways of preparing, in ways of getting ready.
Yet you have said we are, and we feel we are.
And you are. Your task in these days is to remain vigilant, to remain on top of your game, to keep your light shining brightly, to keep repeating the mantra, to know you are not alone when you say it, feel it, to not let complacency absorb you throughout this wait. If a marathon you had trained for was postponed, would you sit back, eat, and blob?
Blob. I don't know why, yet that word seems funny coming from you.
Yes, it is your vocabulary, Blossom. So would you? Indeed not. You would keep training, keep running, keep on keeping on. For to let it go when you could hear word in any moment that it was back on would not bode well for you.
Yep, we understand. We're just flagging at the moment. Well, a lot are. Of course, I can't speak for all. We will keep on, of course, we will. So back to the monoliths, if we may. My thoughts, and we may have touched on this, is that they will be to do with the event. Which event, you may so rightly ask? The Big E. The one that may involve a solar flash and a huge wave of love engulfing the entire planet and raising the vibration immensely. You know, that one.
This is correct. The actual flash itself, as it leaves the sun, will trigger a few of them, would we say? The main circuits, switchboards, which in turn will energetically connect with all the others, for they are all ready, in place, all ready and interconnected through their routes.
Yet what is their role? What happens when this happens?
They are of much power, beyond your comprehension or any one of earth. When ignited, when activated, and at play, in play, their energy will enable a huge magnetic, energetic, electrical wave of both sound and movement.
Dare I ask about the movement part?
Taking your beloved planet through to a higher dimension.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
This can only take place when all is in place. So although we say the structures are set, they are not programmed for any particular date. They are programmed when all is in alignment.
So then the event will only happen, i.e. the solar flash, whatever the whole shebang entails, when everything is in place also.
Yes. We cannot begin to explain the enormity of this. It is imperative for earthly strategies to be in place, along with certain planetary star alignments, in order for everything to come together in this divine plan. In order for the end of the darkness and the beginning of the light world to flow into position. As you can imagine, Blossom, the complexity of this plan is far from a walk in the park.
Yep. I can't even imagine, to be honest. That's why, I guess, we have to keep trusting And the only thing that enables me to do that is my heart's knowing that this is actually for real. Sometimes our ego questions all of this. Of course it does. So much of it sounds utterly insane. Then I remember, I know that millions feel the same as me. There has to be truth in that. We didn't read it in a magazine. We just knew it from within. Something we brought with us from home.
Correct, Blossom. It is your truth.
It is known that truths can change, though.
One's truth, as they become wiser and more accepting to a bigger truth, can change. Yet the bigger truth remains just that, always and ever the bigger truth.
You know, years ago, I got so confused with you about truth and one's own truth, etc., and ended up losing the plot completely. You just nailed it in one sentence.
Yet years ago, this would not have been your truth.
It doesn't seem to be that complicated to me.
Now,
I'll take your word for it. So then, the message for today would be to keep on being patient.
when you say it is running thin, how can it?
Because the waiting for the announcement or something to rock the world is taking so much longer than any of us imagined.
Yet, to be patient, all one need do is take a few deep breaths, and smile, and sing, and do anything that keeps your vibration high. For soon enough, you will be rocking all over the world.
What? The entire status quo?
We understand your humor due to mind reading the joke.
I wonder if anyone else will. You know, we're doing as best we can. You know, we're grateful to you for helping us to keep on board. You know, we've got this. And you know that when it all kicks off, we will probably be whinging and moaning about that because we can't get a break. Hey, dearie me, us humans. You gotta love 'em.
Without question. We do.
I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. In gratitude, in loving service, I am. And just to add, Rocking All Over the World is a famous song by a group, Status Quo, for those who didn't get the joke.